All right. CSA just loaded in. Union loading in here. All right, before they get going on the Union side, we got 42nd led by Hood. Nolan, HL, led by KMG. Ninth Corps, Turquoise. Also got FSB mixed in with them. HL, B. All right, the last company is being made up by HL and 42nd. Cool. And then on the CSA side, we got PB led by Bocephus. 19th, led by Santa Claus. IVB, led by Salty. 43rd, led by Norse. NYV, led by Shiloh. And that seems to be rounding out our teams. Units can't get going until 43. So they will muster here for a quick second here. Generally speaking, the CSA will like to hold this whole front area here, make the Union have to either split up or do a mass push using the corn, pushing down this road, trying to get to point, which is right here, or they can come long ways here. Union cannot really sustain a shootout here. There is no area for them to hide other than this little bit of artillery. And CSA can get well-focused shots, and there's a slight downslope here, putting the CSA at a really good advantage here. If they choose to take that position. We'll see. Units are moving out. Looks right off the rip, the Union is going to split their forces here. Looks like the majority, which is 42nd, led by Hood, is moving over into the corn. Small group of HL, okay, getting out of the center, moving to the left. CSA is deploying a little bit further back than you'd probably like. Actually, we got a urgency here of Union. Looks like they're going to forego the middle fight and fight on the flanks here. CSA is pushed back a little far for my liking. I mean, I like this this right flank positioning, but this middle I am not really keen with. You're kind of giving up the middle of the map, not making the Union fight for anything here in the center. They can come straight up to this fence, take it, and it would be of detriment if the CSA, if the Union takes this center positioning behind the house or the fence, and the CSA cannot push them back. All right, Union's moving up here on the left-hand side. We do have a CSA company. Which CSA company is that? That would be IVB and some 43rd sprinkled in there. Ninth Corps pushing up nicely here. Oh, first shots of the battle. KMG moving up. All right, we've got CSA giving up their position here. Kind of out in the open here with no real cover. Engaged against 5th New Hampshire here. Looks like they're charging here. And they're bringing the flag. All right, they should be able to wipe both of these. They got enough people. Here comes HL. It's going to be a little late as the combined units of 5th New Hampshire And the remnants of, I believe HL are thwarted right here. IVB would probably be best. Go ahead and pull him back a little bit. I'm sorry. HL should pull back a little bit here. They've lost a good amount of Union troops. But Cole and Turquoise are going to go ahead and line it up here against CSA. IVB does have to be careful. They do have their flag out. They are getting it back. And IVB is backing out of this scenario. Well played. Conserve those tickets. All right. Hood in the 42nd. '42nd is taking out VMI and 19th Indiana. We missed this. Hood's not stopping. He has captured the CSA left flank here. Let's see how far he keeps pushing. See if he holds here on the fence. No, he is moving all the way to the lake. I do not believe the CSA knows he's here. That is a lot of guys behind enemy lines here. Hood regathering his men here, looking. Okay, NYV notices them. Now, Hood may have ran himself into a lesser position here. Depends on if the CSA is going to try to grab two angles of attack here. It doesn't look like the 43rd is really paying attention to the threat behind them. NYV is shifting. First U.S. sharpshooters here as well, providing firing. All right. Hood is making an attack. 43rd does not see it coming. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Yep. Gotta look behind yourselves, boys. All right. 43rd is wiped out. Hood still pushing. I don't believe this side of the map knows Hood is here. And the 42nd. That's a big convergence. HLPB. Boogie's got to get that flag out of here. Looks like they should hold, though. There is two flags here. Oh, boy. Here comes Hood and the rest of 42nd. Probably to come clean this up. Nope. Hood's left 42nd here to engage with IVB. Nice flank maneuver by Hood, though. Wrapped himself all the way around the map. Wiped out a couple of units along his path. I do not believe there is steam comms in Antietam Creek, so that could be why there is some miscommunication here. But Hood has taken a dominant position here on the CSA right flank here. They're going to have to do something about that pretty quickly. CSA cannot afford to keep losing these tickets. All right, going to take stone wall here.
Send them, Tories.
Well aimed shots, boys. Aim at the waist. Aim at the waist. Aim low.
Well aimed shots. Well aimed shots. Right in front.
Keep it up, boys. Die in formation. Die in formation.
42nd may need to look for a little bit better position here. They're taking a lot of losses and they're pulling out of this. Nicely done here from the combined elements. NYV got some 43rd Mississippi, a couple of PB guys in here as well. 42nd does have to be somewhat careful here. They can get caught out in the open and get surrounded here if they're not careful.
Boys, let's get.
19th Indiana may be going for that flank now, trying to wrap all the way around the lake here and cut Hood off, leaving VMI here to fight the mighty 42nd on their own. And 42nd is being reinforced by a combined element of HL, a little bit of FSB here. Man, 33 minutes left in the game. The Union's got the CSA kind of exactly where they want here.
Forward line.
Matt Harrison.
Forward line.
Oh, never mind. You're good. You're good.
Forward arm. Take aim. Left oblique.
Very nice volley there from the 42nd. They got the flag down. And some good casualties. Nice volley. For sure.
I do got a fat head in real life, so you're not wrong.
Folks, when ready, go.
Oh, he's got a fat head. Who said that? It's kind of, since they don't have steam comms, communication between the CSA is going to be a little bit more difficult. Another nice volley there from 42nd here. Flag's down. This is exactly what the Union wants.
Company, take aim.
Nice couple of shots right there from the NYV. And what do we got going over here? We got 43rd and Electric Norse. IVB was Salty. Very well, beautifully done. They're trying to close these two elements here in, pin them back up against the out of bounds marker here, which is very good from the CSA. Union does not have really much in the way of defenses back here. Really, Hood trying to push around here, trying to push around the southeast side of the lake. See if 19th Indiana reacts here.
Guys, I think we are open fire at the independent.
Fall back to the northwest.
All right, 19th Indiana's calling for the fallback here.
Reload.
42nd
Take aim,
coming
boys,
up.
take aim.
Beautiful. All right, they have the manpower here to force the 42nd back here. Possibly loading up to maybe go for some kind of close quarter combat here. Bounces off by a little bit here. Right now, the Union basically just wants to continue this shootout. They're close up enough. They just want to keep draining the CSA tickets here. And they've done a really good job here. They're a little bit behind the pace, I'd say, for 29, but I'm assuming things are going to pick up here in a little bit. Josephus hanging out over here. We're towards the middle of the map. Union is reconverging here.
Shots, Hamptons.
Hamptons, you're the far right, okay? You hold it. 42nd, I'm moving to your left.
I mean, I don't know how much the CSA can sit here and continue to keep trading. I personally would like to see the CSA probably try to push up, get a line here, and try to push and really kind of squeeze the Union here in the middle. I mean, they're in between an out of bounds marker, which runs basically right about probably here. So you could really squeeze them and start to drain their numbers. They are kind of in a bad position here. Just see if the CSA will capitalize on that. Yeah, I wish this element in here would move up just a tad bit. Really start trying to squeeze. We do have CSA pushing up here on the north side of the map. I'm sorry, the east side of the map. Really trying to squeeze. Starting to squeeze them here. Just need a unit on the back end here to kind of give them nowhere to go. Get their flags down. Buy yourself some more time. While I think this attack, which started off very well in the beginning with Hood just collapsing the CSA right side, I'm sorry, left flank, and then working his way over to the middle and just basically capturing the entire lake. The issue is when you're staying back here, there's nowhere to go, right? So you allow the CSA to kind of pinch you in right there. And the CSA has opened up a very slight ticket advantage here early in the game. Both units trading close quarters. Balance is basically perfect. Oof.
No, that wasn't.
Man, 100 meters. Copy.
Keep shooting, boys.
Right in front of that barn.
All right, Hood and the Combined Union are trying to push out from this precarious position they've put themselves in earlier in the match. They should have the manpower to wipe both of these units, and the CSA is funneling in from the backside. If this Combined Union force can push this unit out and they can take some positioning along these fences here, it's going to be really tough for the CSA to flip them back around. Yeah, and you can already see the Union has pulled back ahead on the tickets here. Yeah. So they had an opportunity. The CSA had a really good opportunity to squeeze the Union here. They didn't capitalize on it, and the Union was able to just force their way out of being surrounded without taking too many casualties.
Southwest, gentlemen. Up over right here. Let's go.
This sucks. Is invisible for me.
Because the Union's running behind a little bit on time, Looks like they may try to go for a cap here, stop the big clock, and force the CSA to come. All right, let's see what's going on here. Ooh, Salty and the IVB got a little too close. 40 seconds making them pay here. Get that flag out of there. Don't want to lose it. They get the flag out of there, but they did lose the positioning here. CSA, oh, flag's down. CSA is forced out into the middle of the field here. All right, 23:35 left in the map here. Looks like Union's backing away from the cap. They may not go for that pre-cap until they get the CSA down to taking losses here. If they do, they want them to drop down to that next level. Been back and forth map here. You wonder kind of if how Steam comms would have affected it. NYV holding here. CSA kind of spread out here. Oh, NYV coming in. Sacrificing themselves. Oof. All right, Union did cap at 22:26.
Easy shots, easy shots. Get on this line.
Morgan, Sauce, come on, boys. Let's go. Get to the line. Load and hold.
All right, so if I'm the CSA here and they're all holding on the point, the best play for the CSA to do is to send two combined elements, one all the way around the lake, try to wrap them up from two different locations here. We're really try to squeeze the Union being in the center here. I think that's the only way they get out of this one in the time limit. And it looks like that's what's happening here. Santa Claus in 19th Indiana moving over. They've got plenty of time. They've got 10 minutes here. There's no need to rush this. Get your guys together. You don't have Steam comp, so you're doing text chat, I do believe. And so, making sure everybody on the same page at this point is more important than just rushing in and dying. And it looks like IVB is about to be turned back. Hopefully they don't lose this flag here. I'm not sure why IVB was up here, but whatever they did, it didn't work. Cool, you need to get out of there. It's not good, buddy. All right. Taking a broader look at the map here. Union still holding the center of the map here, also holding the east side of the lake. CSA, I think, needs to start working on this little element here, seeing if they can wipe them out of here and really try to put pressure on the center of the map here. We're down to 9:20 left on the clock.
Alright, move it raspy,
Move it right. Break your reloads.
All right, Bocephus is moving them out around the lake. I still think you need to keep some kind of formidable opponent on this side here, because all you're going to end up doing is just turning the map. And 42nd will just use the available cover that they have and the rest of the Union to fend you off. I would recommend split pushing, trying to retake this ground here.
Hey, they're small. Let's just try to rip them out. They're small. Let's just take their shit.
Who is behind them? Okay, double click forward.
There's not that many there. You guys should be able to drive them out here. Oh, this poor Union is about to get sandwiched from two sides here. Yeah, they're about to get pushed out from two sides here, unfortunately. Oof. Oof. And that unit just got destroyed. All right, 42nd sees them. 7 minutes. Somebody's.
Defend yourselves. They're not making it to us. Just over last. Their whole team over here.
Someone killed him here, right?
Oh no, they definitely
I don't know.
You have cover. They don't.
I would like to see CSA continue to keep rapping here. Don't sit here and shoot it out up close.
Keep shooting. Keep shooting. Gentlemen, they're all here. Their whole team's over here. We're over here, Rachel. On the side of the fence.
coming in from the left too.
Yeah, what about
Oh,
that?
nice shot.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Come here, Nolan. I want to give you a taste.
No. TB on our left. You smell like cheese. Keep feeding me your men.
I'll feed you this dick. Nolan, I want that bussy. Give me that bussy, Nolan. Give me that bussy.
And Nolan goes down. Valiant effort though. Took a lot more than they took. Here comes Hood. Let's see what he's got. Always bringing the 42nd with him. Oh.
Turn that corner and shoot.
Hey, don't go to them. Don't feed them tickets. Shoot them fast.
They're not peeking.
Union still a slight ticket lead here. Doesn't matter the CSA if they recap, they're going to go up to whatever tickets the Union has anyway. Union at this point just needs to be careful not to lose the point. CSA is camping. Got a bunch of broken small soldiers unit. They are recapping here. I'm wondering if the Union's going to come out here and try to stop it.
No. Come here. Ah, fuck, whatever. Get on the point. Kill this Rambo. Hey.
Over here with me. Form of the well formation.
Wait for it, boys. Wait for it.
Hey, flags. They're coming around. Destroying people in front of the line. Get behind it.
I couldn't move. I
I think CSA lost an opportunity here. They had a chance to get up around this barn and capture a flank here of the Union, and I think they took their time between Nolan being able to hold them off, and it's not enough. Now they're going for it, and unfortunately they're going to get shot up to hell and back. And 40 seconds going to meet them there. Oh, 19th got there first.
Oh, look at target rich environment.
Here comes NYV.
Gentlemen, they're just lined up for us. Take your shots. Use your fucking ball. Use your fucking ball. Use that fucking bucking ball.
How's that bucking ball face, 42nd?
Hey, Hud. How's my little Matt?
Hey, Hood, Nolan.
40 seconds getting peak. Ooh.
Hey, break everything. Pull back.
Oh. 40 seconds about to be lost. Very nicely done from the CSA. I know I said they acted slowly. They still got it done. They've got 3 minutes on the clock to try to recapture this point. 40 seconds weakened. CSA has to capitalize on that now. The 40-second is massively weakened here.
Nice observation, guys. Yeah, we're charging right, idiots. Nice observation.
Looks like the CSA is going to do it. The Union just needs to worry about getting their flags out now. This point hold is lost. Both units going to breaking. They got to get these flags down. If they can get these flags down, that'll be huge. And they're able to get the flags into the water here, which means even if they do die, flags will respawn in 1 minute. Good job there by the Union to get their flags out. They know they've lost the point. At least they did not compound the defeat a little bit, and they should be able to get their flags back out before they make another move. Actually, we do have one flag down, I do believe. Yes, we do. We do have one flag down. And it just respawned. Actually, we got two of them down. I did not see this one down either. Ah. They did have two flags down. They're going to get, they will get 3 of them back shortly. Yep, CSA needs to get this capped and get forward deployed here. Try to hold the Union back off into the field originally. Union already taking ground here. Like I said, would have loved to have seen from the rip CSA hold up on this fence or take this snake rail here and have somebody here really try to keep Union pinned into this field or force them to go through the corn and try to fight over open ground here. Let's see if the CSA moves forward. They are. We do have a unit who is moving up here. It is PB. Bocephus moving up. CSA has taken a slight ticket lead here at the 21-minute mark. They hold forward here on this snake rail. You really hold the Union out here in this field. And other than the artillery and some slight elevation changes, you really don't have anything as far as cover goes. And really puts the Union in a bind to try to fight uphill here. But CSA needs more here to help, or the Union will just push through it. There is help coming. Looks like 19th Indiana is pushing up to help here. Cole trying to get the flank of this CSA element.
Shit, I'm not even there.
They don't see Cole. He's going to get some free shots here. But the CSA is making the right play here by pushing up. Union has no cover. They just have a slight elevation shift is all they have. Oh, Cole went in for the charge.
Fuck those Rambos.
Hey, we're not Rambo's, bud. We're a full line that y'all can't see. Y'all are blind. Y'all are blind. Get killed.
Make sure to fly.
Well played by HL and Cole there. Really just beat half the line, got 2 flags down. Really nicely done. We'll see if the Union can capitalize on that, push that snake rail fence. CSA is pushing everybody forward here. Trying to hold this snake rail fence. Tickets have shifted towards the CSA, or I'm sorry, in the favor of the Union. CSA is getting dangerously close to last stand. This shootout favors the Union at this point. CSA cannot afford to lose any more tickets. And Union's not going anywhere.
Get that flag up.
New line, new line. Look, boys, right here on my left and right. Everyone on my right, move it to the left.
And you can see why this is not very good cover. Even with the elevation change here, you can see what the Union's having to deal with. Would have loved to see what if the CSA would have forward deployed to start the game, how this match would have turned out. I think the fact that they didn't forward deploy to this fence may be their downfall. All right, 18 minutes remaining basically. CSA is getting dangerously close to last stand. Oh, Wacky Modder, we're so back, my friend. We are so back, brother. We are so back. Good to see you, my man. CSA still has the high ground. The problem is they just don't have the tickets left to sustain this kind of a fight. And time is not on their side. Looks like the CSA is going to abandon this front position. I don't like the move. I understand what they're doing. They don't have any other choice at this point. They're just taking heavy losses. Not as many losses as the Union is, but still. The losses the CSA just they don't have the tickets left. They've lost so much in the early part of the rounds with the 40-second wraparound. The Union has kind of basically controlled and dictated this match to the CSA. The CSA did respond in kind late in the match, but most of the damage had already been done. And there it is, 16-20. CSA goes into last stands. They're going to need a miraculous holdout at this point. I don't know if it's possible. And here comes the Union here. CSA just needs to form up around the point and try to have one big, large shootout here. Get your boys out of here. I mean, grim right now, but the best hope would be to form some kind of a big line and shoot it out with the Union. Hopefully, you can deal more damage to them, get them into final push, and then you just hope for a miracle at that point. I don't think the Union's going to allow them to do that, though. Looks like they are splitting, going for the wrap here. Hood taking the 42nd out to the southwest. Looks like the rest of Union, HL, 9th Corps, 43rd, FSB. All those boys are moving over to the southeast south. And, ooh, baby. Here we go. It's how we say in Texas, it's nut cutting time, CSA. Let's go, boys. Also, I think things would be a little bit more different if there was Steam comms in this event. I don't believe there is. I could be wrong on that. They could have changed it at some point. Oh, nasty volley by the 42nd right there. You saw a bunch of bodies just drop.
Cav to the right side. Cav, go to the right side.
CSA are holding on to the last shred of cover that they have here. Union force bearing down on them. Got to be careful. They can't back off too much. Union is starting to cap the point. This is going to be all she wrote, my friends. This is going to be all she wrote. Here they come. First wave of Union coming in.
Stay RVB.
And the 42nds just content sitting on the point. Going for the cap here. And there it is. The Union goes into final push at 4 minutes remaining on the clock. Should have little to nothing to do with the outcome of this match. It's just got to put the bow on the president at this point. Well played. Well played by the Union team here. I think that that early maneuver of 42nd through the corn, straight down the field, wiped out. I didn't catch the unit that was here, and then they pushed across in front of the lake here, wiped out what I think was the 43rd Mississippi, and then they turned their attention here to the stone wall. Really kind of set it up. They almost let it get away from them there in the middle part of the matches where they almost got surrounded. CSA valiantly fought back. Kudos to them. Just not enough. Well done, Union team. And that was Crossroads. Now, we'll take a short little break. I will be back for the next one in about, they should be going live in about a couple minutes. I'll be right back. Here, let me get into spectate mode here. We are on Stefan's lot. I don't remember this map. It's been a hot minute since I remember this map. Been a little bit of a hot map here, or minute. So basically, what the CSA wants to do here is the Union has basically a fortress here, a gigantic hill here, surrounding the point. But basically, what the CSA wants to do is they want to come down this road, try to start with capturing the Arty at first, this position, and then spread out across multiple lanes here and try to force the Union back to this direction. Once the Union cannot go out into the open ground anymore, then the CSA is free to basically wrap themselves and push in multiple different directions here. That's typically what you see on this map. Now, since the gun update, last time I played this map and led on it, the Union fared very well by pushing forward, exactly what they're doing right now. And yeah, looks like the Union's gonna knows that is the strat, and so they are pushing up, gonna hold a forward defense here. It's gonna be interesting to see how the CSA reacts here. This is not a strat you see all the time. Union already sees them. Or they don't see him yet. Yep, there's the opening shots
Please tuck to the
by
left.
Nolan. I'm sorry, by 5th New Hampshire there. So they're deploying 42nd out on the right flank here. And they're going to force the CSA to fight for every inch across this field. And, yeah, they're going to force the CSA to fight for every inch here. Not going to give them anything easy. There goes some RD members, I do believe. Got a couple of them. That big volley. All right, who is moving over here for the CSA? We have Newberry with PB. We've also got 19th Indiana close by. Shiloh NYV is here as well. Cornell. And we got the IVB here. Be interesting to see here. 42nd going to give them a volley. They should have their loads.
Be at the ready. We're good to your right.
CSA's wanting to go for that flank, it looks like.
And pull back. Shoot 'em.
These 42nd skirmishers need to be careful here. All right, 42nd sees they're trying to go for the flank. They're quickly moving. See if they can get this volley off in time. Union can't afford to take many ticket losses.
Hold the line.
I do believe this secondary CSA unit over here to the northwest does need to try to push. Try to catch the Union off here, trying to rotate over and help.
You guys fucked up. I honestly, I think I might go.
Hey, Merry Christmas. Hey, Happy New Year, assholes.
Shoot 'em, boys. You can shoot through that fence. It's not bulletproof. Hey, officer, you missed all your fucking shots, you dumb fuck.
Fuck this up. Fuck this up. Never mind.
Oh boy, tensions are high. Oh.
You want some rebel? Come at me.
All right.
I dropped that dude. It's still like a bag.
42nd takes some heavy losses here. HL is going to try to reinforce them here. I don't know how good it's going to do. They may end up having to give up some of this position. Would have loved to have seen that CSA unit that was stationed back here wrap themselves and try to split this Union group off that direction. Looks like they're going for it now. 5th New Hampshire needs to be careful here. They're about to get rolled up on.
This is not yours. I did not give you permission to come to my rock. Hell no. Away from the rock. Leave me alone. Yeah, take that, bitch.
And the 5th New Hampshire is wiped out in short order. Valiant fight to the death, though, for their rock. All right, 40 seconds. Looks like they've mustered up a majority of their men back, fighting off with Bocephus and the PB. Union trying to take this battle to the CSA, not trying to allow them to be surrounded back on the hill. But in doing so, they are behind on tickets currently. And CSA is rotating back to the northwest-west. That would be Shiloh and the NYV. And they've got Edgar and the 2 Corps sprinkled in there. Best of luck to those boys next season of SSL. Shiloh continuing on here. Making the proper play here, I would say. If you can get around them and try to get them wrapped up here. Gotta be careful because you can't really see the Union on the opposite side of the map, so you don't know what position they're at. Cornell telling his men to hold so he can go scout this out. Shiloh leading them on still, though. All right, Lumber. I don't know if they know they're behind them or not. Oh, boy. Oh, wait, there's another unit over here. I completely missed this. 19th Indiana made it so all the way around here. Union's got to be careful. They're about to get surrounded here if they're not careful. Unless they just use the cover of the field to try to cut straight through the cornfield and back their way out of this fight. Oop. .42. Seeing that they are surrounded here, fighting back. Skuma's got to get that flag out of here. And the rest of 42nd. Here they come. Scrampus, you got... Oh, Scrampus. Get that flag out of here, boys. What's remaining of 19th Indiana's moving out. Trying to retreat back. Oh, if they lose that flag here, that could be pretty detrimental. They will not get that flag back for 5 minutes, and that is a long... You can see how long the run is. CSA spawns back here on the road. You can see the 2 units have to spawn back here, 19th. And NYV. That is a long run back. Hopefully CSA can fight through the 42nd here, get this flag picked up. Looks like there's a Union flag over here that's down as well. See if they get it picked up. I'm sorry, it's a CSA flag. Got 2 flags down for the CSA. That is not good as far as time goes. That plays into the Union's hands. Very much so.
Somebody pick up flag.
I'm not saying we got everybody here, but
42nd.
Got another flag down here. Union's got a flag down right there. They need to try to get that picked back up. But the Union spawn is not that far away. Union spawn is right here. Where Chewy is at. Here's the point. And here's where they're battling. You can see how far away the CSA has to fight. All right. Interesting first engagement. Union pushing forward, holding a forward defense here. That's right up the alley of a 42nd, right out of their book of tricks to try to slow down the opposition here. I don't know how well it worked out. They do have a couple, CSA does have a couple flags down, but as far as trading as tickets go, Union is slightly behind, and they've already eaten up about a third through their engaged status. You would like to see that probably around the 27-minute mark, 28-minute mark, for them to be good on time. So they're slightly behind where they want to be right now, but there's still a lot longer to go in this match. If the Union can continue to get those flags down, that'll be very promising for their prospects of winning this match. All right, Union going ahead, pulling back here. Interested to see if they're still going to hold a forward defense here, or are they going to go ahead and go to the hilltop and try to hold the fortress. We will see. .42nd getting fully lined up here. HL in tow. A little bit of 43rd sprinkled in on this. Bulk majority of the Union team here. Got a couple stragglers over here. Looks like some skirmishers. And the 5th New Hampshire. Waiting for their next opportunity.
Gotta put some butter on that corn.
Corn mash liquor.
All right, 4th West Virginia kamikaze here, trying to scope out the enemy. He sees him up there on that hilltop. See him, don't you, kamikaze? I'll take a peek right behind your shoulder here. Yeah, you see him. You know what's up. Salty, you see him? Oh, yeah, you see him from there. Give him some volleys through the corn. Don't know how accurate that's going to be, but you see. I think they can see him up there. Yeah, you can see him from up there. Okay. Okay, I like it, NYV. I take that back. I'll shut my mouth. And the Union is pulling back to their, basically their fortress here. So, we'll see what the CSA wants to do. If they're just going to try to push as one big force and try to push the Union back, I would not like that idea as much as sending a unit possibly this direction, one straight up this way, and trying to force the Union into this little area that they have here, right? And then maybe you break off another unit from over here and you bring them around. Just like what we talked about in the beginning here. We'll see what they want to do. I think trying to make the Union fight on multiple fronts, especially without steam comms, is going to be a lot more difficult for the Union to communicate. But yeah, we'll see what the CSA tries to do here. See how they want to do this attack. What they drew up in the stretch sketch. Because I'm probably pretty sure that they did not draw up the Union doing a forward defense in the stretch sketch. So maybe they'll finally get to put their game plan in action. It looks like they're waiting on all available units here before they move out Cornell. All right. Yeah, looks like the CSA. Okay, they are going to go ahead and split out. It looks like they're going to do a three-pronged attack here. On the Union. And in my opinion, not an expert by any means. This is the best method about attacking on this map, is to try to string the Union out as far as you can. That looks like what the CSA is doing here.
Yep, you can see him now, Alex.
You all right there, KMG? They must not like you. They must not like you, brother. All right, 9th Corps pulling on back.
I think they're AFK. It's okay.
43rd still holding strong right there. Middle of the field. To the eastern part, we have HL. And in front of them, we have FSB, the 5th New Hampshire. Skirmishers, very good at what they do, both groups. And here's the plethora of FSB right here. All right, CSA is making their approach now on the attack. We'll see where they stop. I think 19th Indiana is probably going to go far right all the way down the railroad tracks here. They're going to try to go for the squeeze. Okay, they're going to stop here in the center. CSA is actually going to do a 4-pronged attack here. Boom, down the road, up here in the center, here, and here. I would like to see a little bit more pressure. Maybe take this. You do have a better incline if you can get your units and guys right here. It's harder to shoot them. Have a little bit better chance of survival as you move up. Oof. I don't know who shot that, but nice shot. I'm assuming it came from the 43rd boys.
David, Briggs, Ike,
South, boys, let's go. South is to your rear, boys.
All right, Hood's pulling the 42nd out. I wonder if he's going to try to capitalize on the CSA not taking all this extra ground, see if he can't try to squeeze the CSA back away from this hilltop. Looks like that's what he's about to do. If I had to guess what Hood's going to try to do, is Hood's going to try to bring his guys around and try to squeeze by either coming up to this artillery and trying to force the CSA back to this direction. Probably what I'm thinking he's going to try to do here. And that looks exactly like what Hood's going to do here. Looks like he's going to get some more followers here. Nope, that's just part of the 42nd. Maybe 9th Corps coming along with. No, 9th Corps is going to stay. Keep fighting the fight. CSA content currently on just shooting it out. They need to get prepared here. Here we go. They had plenty of time to react to this maneuver by the 42nd.
Independent fire, independent fire.
Independent, boy. Keep up the fire, gents.
I don't see nobody.
This really hurts for the CSA because it pushes them further back, even though they're ahead on tickets right now. Unless they're going to push from the east side of the map, this is really going to put a damper on their attack. Shiloh, NYV moving up.
I'll get you into a better spot. I'll get you into a better spot, I promise.
NYV able to capitalize on the 42nd being across the map right now. Union's really kind of split here. CSA is pushing them out. Hood moving the 42nd. Wonder if he's going to try to go for the wrap here on the flank of NYV. The NYV's got to be careful here. NYV's got to be careful. It looks like they're doing the same thing. 40 seconds. They don't realize 40 seconds coming up the coming in from the rear. NYV PB. Straight in. Here comes the 42nd. If 42nd can get traction here and push through this initial back into this wave, this combined CSA force will be wiped and flags will be down, something they cannot afford right now. One CSA flag down currently, one Union flag down currently. CSA gets their flag picked up. I'm sorry. Well played by the 42nd, wrapping all the way around. Problem is, CSA is still reforming right here. They did not eliminate, and you can see with McBean spawning in that they are. This isn't over yet. 42nd needs to go ahead and try to wipe this remaining little bit of force out of here. And that's what they're doing. Oh.
Ramming my big balls down my musket. Is that a red directly in front of us?
That's a wild statement there, whoever said that from 42nd. All right. You can see that those flags, they got them up, and they're able to remuster quickly when you've got all your flags. Union forming up a big line here. CSA is moving out here. Santa Claus being awful aggressive right now. I mean, they do have a ticket lead here. Looking good on time. Trying to get...
We got to push him up and up past this hill. Go a little bit further to my left if you can. Not forward, for fuck's sake. Come to the left.
19th trying to get on the flank here of the 42nd. Looks like they're going to run out of time to make that happen. 42nd's already reacted to it. Yeah, you can see him calling it off. 42nd's already reacted to it. A little slow here by the CSA units.
Shoot them in the
42nd actually going in here. I don't know about this. 42nd being very aggressive here. I don't know if they have the positioning here. Oh, that actually worked out very well for the Union. I will shut up. And looks like there was a large force not engaged with that.
I didn't realize you were here. I'm sorry.
NYV. Now, is the Union going to stop, or are they going to continue to try to push them back? I would. Oh man, it's a hard call because you're getting close to breaking here. You're half a status bar down here, about to go into breaking. These are realistically, these are tickets you just can't afford. Ugh. And Union barely holding on here to a sliver of taking losses. CSA still looking pretty good at the 18-minute mark. CSA now trying to get them into breaking, maybe trying to go for a cap here too. Union falls into breaking. Union can't give up point now or they lose. It's not looking good from the Union perspective. If you're CSA, you are thrilled where you are at ticket and time-wise right now. 17 minutes is plenty of time to shoot them down into last stand, even if you, for some reason, you can't get the cap. Union's going to have to push to you, give up a lot of tickets. CSA looking very good right now.
Get me out of here, please.
To the left, those fuckers.
I don't want to be there.
Hey, flag down.
Oh, that man just got dropped in front of me. I'm very scared.
I'm not nearly drunk for this.
Here they come, boys. Here comes the Zerg rush.
Come on, bitches. Charge
All right,
them.
CSA only needs about 50 seconds left on the cap. 45 seconds left on the cap. Union coming in pretty broken with this first initial wave. I don't think it's going to do a whole lot. CSA forming up a big fuck you line right across the middle of the map. See if the Union can break through here. Union still trickling in here. There it is. It's over. GG's to both sides. Very well done by the Union first round. Very well done CSA second round. Appreciate all the groups letting me stream it. I hope the folks in Twitch who were watching enjoyed it as much as I did. I think we saw some real good gameplay tonight by both sides. Not bad at all. Yeah, not bad at all. I like the idea of the Union forward defense. I think when the CSA decided to wrap around the corn and get into the back of the 42nd, that really kind of hurt. Also like the play of Hood coming out from behind the hill and wrapping around to the artillery, and I think both sides played really, really well. And great job, and